One of the thinnest foldable smartphones is here with a massive 5820 mAh battery and pen support for both screens. This is the Honor Magic V5. I've had it for over 2 months and I've partnered with Honor to tell you all about it. Now the unboxing experience is pretty straightforward. We get the device, there is a pack with a SIM card tool as well as a USB Type-C cable. Now I have the super early pre-release version. Your final retail version may differ and it may vary based on your region too. And here it is. I've got it in the ivory white color, but it's also available in a black, a dawn gold, as well as a reddish brown. Now, this ivory white version is the thinnest from all of the different colors based on the materials used. So it's just 8.8 millimeters thin when it's closed, and it weighs just around 217 grams. Now, the other colors are still super slim at around 9 millimeters thin when closed and around 222 grams. Now, that's thinner and lighter compared to lots of regular smartphones out there too. And when you unfold this, it is around 4.1 millimeters thin. And you can really see this when you look at the USB Type-C port because it just about fits. I don't think you could physically go any thinner unless you completely got rid of the USB Type-C port. Now, there is this large circular camera module at the back, and this is consistent with Honor's design theme. They call this the AI Falcon camera system. But even though it's quite large, it's not actually been a problem for me using this over the past couple of months. And that's because, firstly, unlike other foldable smartphones, it doesn't wobble on the desk. Nice. But also, it doesn't feel top heavy at all because Honor have really balanced the weight on this. So I can literally have it here. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's actually better than I expected. It's balancing on my finger in the middle and it doesn't feel top heavy. It also gives you a nice rest for your finger when you're holding the device closed. And I think the key thing for me when it comes to the Honor Magic V5 is just because of how thin and light this is, when it's closed, it feels like a regular smartphone without any compromise. Honor have been making the V series thinner and lighter each year, and I think with the V5, we've got the perfect balance. Now, being a foldable device, understandably, durability is going to be a concern for a lot of people. Having used this over the past couple of months, it's been absolutely fine. We do have an IP58 and IP59 water and dust resistant rating, which is higher compared to lots of other foldables. And the 9 in IP59 means that it can also withstand high pressure from water jets and things like that. So if you do put this under the tap, it's going to be absolutely fine. And I believe this may be the only foldable that has that IP59 rating. We've got a carbon fiber reinforced inner display panel, and we've also got the Honor Super Steel hinge. Now, this hinge cap boasts a tensile strength of 2,300 MPa. What does that mean? I'm not exactly sure, but it just means that it's very durable. And even if you open and close this many times over its lifetime, it's going to be absolutely fine. This also has the Guinness World Record for lifting 104 kg, which is the heaviest weight ever suspended by a foldable smartphone. I'm not going to be trying to suspend 104 kgs with this, but you get the point. It's very durable. And we also have the Honor Anti-Scratch Nano Crystal Shield, which offers 15 times improved scratch resistance. Now let's talk about the displays, because the Honor Magic V5 has some unique features which you're not going to find on any other foldable. So both displays are OLED, both have a peak brightness of up to 5,000 nits, so they can get super bright. We've got a 100% DCI-P3 wide color gamut. And most importantly, both the cover and main display use LTPO technology and have a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The cover display is around 6.43 inches and it looks, feels, and functions like a regular smartphone when it's closed. It doesn't feel narrow whatsoever. It's also very comfortable to type on. But of course, when you want to multitask, when you want to game, when you want to utilize that large display, this is 7.95 inches. Now, I mentioned that the Honor Magic V5 displays have some unique features. What are they? Well, firstly, we have 4,320 Hz PWM dimming. What does that mean? Well, if you're somebody like me who uses your smartphone in bed before you go to sleep in the dark, then the Honor Magic V5 is going to be much more easier on the eyes compared to other smartphones. And Honor has been ahead of the competition when it comes to eye comfort for many of their smartphones, and this technology is also here on the Honor Magic V5, both at the cover as well as the main display. And another thing we have support for both on the cover and the main display is pen support. So without mentioning any names of competitors, we know that recently as foldable smartphones have gotten thinner, we have lost features like pen support, but Honor have maintained pen support regardless of how thin the Honor Magic V5 is. And pen support is on both the main and cover display, which you really haven't had on any other foldable smartphone. Now, you will have to buy the pen separately. This is the Honor Magic pen. The good news is it's the same pen that's compatible with the Honor Magic V2 as well as the Honor Magic V3. So if you already have this, it's still going to work on the Honor Magic V5. Now let's move on to the performance. So as expected, this is top of the line and it's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform. You've got 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 extra RAM and 512 gigabytes of UFS 4.1 storage. Now, my usage with this over the past couple of months has been absolutely fine as expected. Everything runs smoothly, whether you're multitasking, whether you're gaming or doing anything intensive. And we'll talk about multitasking in a little bit, but let's firstly talk about the cameras. So within this camera module, we have Honor's AI Falcon camera system. This includes a 50 megapixel primary camera with a wide f1.6 aperture. There's a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 64 megapixel periscope telephoto camera, which has 3 times optical zoom. So even though the device is this thin and light, Honor has still managed to fit in a periscope zoom camera. And on top of that, this has AI super zoom. What does that mean? Well, extending a 3 times optical zoom camera to around 50 times or even 100 times will give you okay results, but they may not necessarily be usable. However, with Honor's AI Super Zoom, the Honor Magic V5 uses AI to enhance zoom results. You do need an internet connection for this, but check this out. That is absolutely insane. Look at these results with AI Super Zoom on and off. Now you can see some samples of photos that I've taken with the Honor Magic V5 over the past couple of months. Lots of detail, excellent dynamic range. And we've got 2 20 megapixel selfie cameras, which are the same. We've got one on the cover as well as one on the main display. Now, of course, if you want the best quality selfies, then you can use the rear-facing cameras as front-facing cameras with cover screen preview. Just do keep in mind that when you're using the primary camera, it has a very wide f1.6 aperture. So the background is going to be relatively blurry. This is fine if you're taking individual selfies, but when you're taking group selfies, the people in the background may be out of focus. We also have Honor's AI motion sensing capture, which is great to capture action shots. And we have lots of AI image editing tools as well. Let's talk about the software and we can touch on these AI features. So the Honor Magic V5 comes out of the box with Android 15 and Magic OS 9.0.1. Now granted, this is not the latest version of Android. That's going to be coming very soon. But Honor have promised 7 years of software updates in the UK and the EU. That means you've got amongst the longest software support on the Honor Magic V5, and you're going to be getting those updates for a long time to come. Now, being a foldable, you want to utilize this big display. And one of the ways you can do this is with multi-flex. Now, I love how easy this is to use. You just have this icon here at the bottom in your dock. You've got quick layout options either for 2 windows side by side or even 3 windows. Now, the way the 3 windows work is amazing. You can pick 3 different apps and they will be displayed like this side by side. So you can easily switch between the 3 windows. And it pretty much uses a canvas that works outside the display. Now, the perfect scenario to use something like this is if you're comparing hotel rooms on 3 different apps. But this is also compatible with Google Gemini. So Google Gemini will take up the full display and you can share your screen with Google Gemini Live and, for instance, compare the hotel options and ask it to find you the best option. Now, we have a bunch of Honor AI features which are listed here, such as AI call translation, and this is the industry's first on-device AI speech large language model. And you have a bunch of languages supported. This is something that's going to be quite useful when you're traveling. There's also AI deepfake detection. So if you're doing video calls and somebody on the other side is not really who they say they are, then AI deepfake detection is going to be able to notify you for that and prevent any catfishing situations. But by far, my favorite AI features are when it comes to image editing, and those are the ones I've been using most over the past couple of months. So you've got things like the AI Razor, which actually does a really good job removing objects from your images. You've got AI outpainting, which I really like. If you want more of your background in an image, you can literally pinch out and it's going to fill in those gaps for you. And my absolute favorite is something that was introduced on the Honor Magic 400 series, and that is AI image to video. I absolutely love how this works. Now this uses Google's VO2 model, and you can pretty much select any image, even if it's not been taken here on the Honor Magic V5. And it's going to turn that static image into a very realistic looking video. So check out this static image, for example. I just love how it's turned this into a drone shot. I didn't even have to ask it to do this. Now the feature is limited and you can't really say what you want it to do. It's going to go ahead and try something itself, and then you can try something different. It comes with a limited amount of free trials, but I'll leave most of the up-to-date information about that in the description below. We also have upgraded Honor Share, so you can quickly and easily share photos and videos from your Honor Magic V5 to other devices, even if they're not Android devices. Now, lots of people have friends and family that don't use the same devices as they do. So if you do have somebody that's close to you that uses an iPhone, for example, they simply just have to download the Honor Share app, and then you can quickly and easily share images and videos between the Honor Magic V5 and their device. Now let's talk about what has been one of my favorite things about the Honor Magic V5, and something that really makes it stand out against the competition, and that is the battery life. So the Honor Magic V5 has a massive 5,820 milliamp hour battery. This is much larger than what we've got on some of the competition, and that's because Honor is using silicon carbon technology. Now, Honor was one of the first to start using this technology, so they have developed it over time as well. And that means that over the past couple of months, I've been getting excellent battery life here on the Honor Magic V5. Some of the best battery life that I've tested on any foldable. We also have the Honor E2 Power Enhanced chip. Now, this is a 4-in-1 power management chipset that enhances the overall efficiency as well as safeguards the battery health. We also have faster charging compared to all other competition with 66 watts of wide Honor Supercharge. Now this will give you a full charge in around 43 minutes and around a 50% charge in just 16 minutes. So even though the battery life is good on this, if you're going to be gaming a lot throughout the day and you just need a quick top up, then you're going to be able to do this here on the Honor Magic V5. And we also have 50 watts of wireless Honor Supercharge supported too. Finally, for the pricing. So the Honor Magic V5 will be starting at around £1,700 in the UK, which is lower than competitors, and Honor always have some great deals on their website. So check out my link in the description below for all the latest offers. And that is the Honor Magic V5. I think this is easily one of the best foldables out there. And not only does it offer a great foldable experience, but it also offers more compared to what we've got on other smartphones, like the bigger silicon carbon battery, the unique AI features, and pen support for both the cover and main display. What do you guys think of the Honor Magic V5? Are you going to be picking one up? Drop me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do smash that like button for me. And if you haven't already, then do subscribe and hit that bell icon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.